Hey watcher, hope you're having a great day today. Hope you're having an amazing week this week. Stilton blue cheese. Expensive item, but a great item. Black garlic, otherwise known as fermented garlic. Another great item. Some people will look at these ingredients and say, ew, these don't go together, but actually they blend together very well and create awesome flavor. For this episode of Watch Me Cook, we're going to create a 6-ounce burger. We're going to use the meat grinder here. We're going to grind our meat, and we're going to make this. We're going to serve it with a blue cheese, Stilton blue cheese relish, and a black garlic aioli. If you want to know what kind of meat I use when I grind meat for burgers, you're going to have to watch the video and find out. Second dish we're going to do, we're going to make scratch-made fettuccini. We're going to make a Stilton blue cheese and black garlic Alfredo sauce. And some of you guys are wondering, oh, he must use some special flour to make his pasta. If you want to find out what kind of flour I'm using, you're going to have to watch the video and you'll be surprised how easy and accessible flour to make homemade pasta is. So I'm here, we got 2 funky ingredients that we're going to make delicious. So fasten your seatbelt. It's time to watch me cook. All right, where is that kid? Henny! Henrietta! Henrietta Hippo, what do you think you're doing? I have told you before, and I'm going to tell you again, you are too little to be a camera girl. Now do the job that I gave you to do, and be a good girl, and hit my music. I swear, that girl takes after her mother.
I'm Tom Dickinson.
All right.
As a young boy, I was diagnosed on the autism spectrum disorder and told that I would not accomplish a lot. But I never let that stop me because I used 2 words. Watch me. I'm a professional chef. I'm also a fully credentialed school teacher. And I'm a 2-time cookbook author. So join me as we meet some really interesting people, cook some amazing food, and prove that just because you have a diagnosis doesn't mean you can't accomplish great things. So what are you guys waiting for? It's time to watch me cook.
Let's get cooking.
Hey watchers, good to see ya. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you're new to this channel, I'm Chef Tom Dickinson. Welcome to Watch Me Cook. And if you'd like to, go down to that little right hand corner and hit the subscribe button and support what we're doing. Stilton blue cheese, choice ingredient. Black garlic, choice ingredient. Gifts from 2 very good friends of mine. This black garlic, I got a whole case of it. It was a gift from Black Garlic Farms in Pensacola, Florida. You want to give them a proper shout out. The Stilton blue cheese was a thank you gift from the people at Phoenix High School. I went up there to be a guest chef. I got to meet with some of their students. They gave me some blue cheese as compensation for a job well done. And they said, thank you for coming up and working with our kids. It was awesome. But what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2, we're going to pair them together. We're going to make 2 awesome dishes. We got a lot of prep to do. We got a lot of stuff to get done. And I'm going to go heat up the grill. And after I start getting the grill warmed up, the first things first, let's get our meats.
Our mise en place is cut, and now it's time to take some of that mise en place and make our black garlic aioli. Let's get to it.
Now I'm going to start my aioli. First thing I do is I put 1 egg yolk inside my food processor, followed by 2 cloves of black garlic. That's really great. Followed by a little squirt of Dijon mustard, about a teaspoon, followed by the juice of a half a lemon. And then I'm going to season my mixture with a little bit of salt, and after that it's time to put in the oil. As you can see, I'm slowly adding oil because I don't want to break my emulsion. I'm slowly adding oil to finish up my aioli. It's going to taste phenomenal. I finish adding oil to my aioli until it's ready to come out, and when I take a look at it, it looks absolutely perfect. Now is the time I'm going to take this wonderful mixture that I've just made. I'm going to get it out of the food processor, and now I'm going to wrap it up in plastic wrap, and I'm going to put it away and save it for when it's time to grill my burgers and have it ready to go. All part of the mise en place. My aioli is done, and now it's time to work on the blue cheese relish. I have my diced onions and chopped parsley already done. I'm crumbling up my Stilton blue cheese. I'm adding a little bit of salt, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of black pepper in there as well. After that, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to mix everything together. But I decided to add a little heat to it, so I'm going to add some lemon for some acid, followed by a little bit of sriracha just to add a little spice to this wonderful, wonderful relish. It's going to be great. Well, now that you know my secret, it's time to cut up my tri-tip into pieces that'll fit into the meat grinder and get them ready to go. Let's do this.
Our mise en place is done. It's time to go over to the meat grinder and grind up the meat for this burger.
I have the meat grinder attached to my 10-quart mixer. Right now I'm going to be feeding chunks of tri-tip into the actual machine to start getting them ground up. As you can see, all the meat is coming out of the grinder perfectly. It's going to be awesome.
All right, the meat's done. Let's get it shaped into the patties, and we'll get it seasoned, and let's get it on the grill.
I'm carefully seasoning my tri-tip burger meat to make sure that it's well flavored, and I'm not trying to handle it too much. Now I'm going to shape this into 6-ounce patties, and after I'm done with that, I'm going to take these and I'm going to get them on the grill, and slowly I am going to let them cook. I'm going to let them sit there and do their thing. That's it.
Our burgers are cooking on the grill. They're going to cook 4 minutes on each side. Nice 6-ounce burger for medium rare to medium, seasoned with nicely with salt and pepper. While that's going, we're going to toast the bun on the flat top, and then we're going to get this thing and we're going to bring it all together.
I rotate my burgers from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock to get that nice cross-hatch grill marks. After they cook for about 2 minutes, I'm going to flip them over and let them cook for 4 minutes on the opposite side. As you can see, I got nice grill marks and they're ready to go. I decided not to dirty up the flat top, so I'm going to toast my burger buns on the actual grill itself. It gets it nice and toasty, gives it nice texture, and I'm always looking for that nice char on the burger bun. As you can see, after I let them toast for a few minutes, the burger buns are looking very, very good, just the way I want them. Burgers are done cooking, time to get them off the grill, and it's time to get them done and move forward to the table.
All right, burger's done. Let's get it plated up.
First thing I'm going to do is spread my black garlic aioli on my bottom burger bun. Next, I'm going to lay the burger on top of the bun, followed by my blue cheese Stilton relish, and after that, I'm going to top this burger with some lettuce. Then I'm going to top it with some tomato, and then I'm going to top it with some red onion, and it's going to be delicious. There's only one thing left to do. Now it's time to cut it up and taste it. This burger looks absolutely amazing, and now there's just one thing left to do.
All right, guys, I've cut the burger. I've opened it up. Perfect, medium rare to medium. It's looking good. Now I'm gonna try it. It's nice and juicy too. Oh my gosh. Oh geez. That's good.
comes through. Black garlic comes through. That's a good burger. All right, burger's done and it's delicious. Now it's time to make our pasta. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get 1 pound of, guess what? Bread flour. Not semolina flour, not double O flour. We're gonna use bread flour. Why? Because bread flour has a higher gluten content. 1 pound of bread flour, 5 eggs, a tablespoon of olive oil, and a pinch of salt. That's it. Now let's go to the food processor and let's bring this pasta dough together.
The first thing I do is add my pound of bread flour into the food processor. When I'm done with that, I'm going to add my 5 eggs into the food processor as well, followed by a pinch of salt. That's going in next. Got to make sure that I have it salty. Also, I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil towards the very end. And then we're going to start bringing this pasta dough together. It might help if I plugged it in. Now I'm getting my food processor ready and I'm bringing this pasta dough together. When it comes into the shape of a ball, I know I did right, and now I'm just waiting for it to come together so I can get it out and start working it on the table. When my dough is done, what I do is I dust my table with a little bit of flour to make sure that my dough will not stick to the table. Then I'm going to dump my pasta dough out onto the table, and now this is the part where I start working it together. It's in a few clumps right now, but as soon as I start getting it worked together with my hands, it's going to be a great dough. As you can see, I'm going to start grabbing it and I'm going to start bringing this together, make sure I get everything out of the food processor, and I'm going to start kneading my dough and bringing it together to form a ball of dough that's perfect. I want to make sure I knead this dough so I can develop all that gluten to make sure my pasta is nice and al dente and nice and stretchy.
Our pasta dough is done. Now we're gonna wrap it in plastic wrap. We're gonna set it in the fridge. We're gonna let it rest for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna roll it out.
My dough has rested, now it's time to roll it out. First thing I do is I roll my pasta dough with a rolling pin. Then I start to feed it through the pasta machine at setting 1, followed by setting 2, and eventually I get up to setting 4, where I'm going to start rolling out my pasta dough, and it's going to roll out into a nice thin sheet, as you can see right there. It looks beautiful. Now I'm going to take my pasta dough and I'm going to cut it on my fettuccine cutter to make a nice portion of fettuccine Alfredo. I just want to make 1 portion for myself. I don't want to overdo too much. I can save the other dough for later, but I want to make some nice dough. I want to dust it with some flour to make sure it stays nice and loose and my noodles won't stick together.
Okay, the pasta dough is rolled out. We've got our fettuccine noodles cut. Now it's time to make the Alfredo sauce. Let's go to the stove.
First thing, I make sure my pasta water is as salty as the ocean. While my pasta water is waiting to boil, I start heating up some oil and I start sauteing some of my black garlic off. Look at that. After that, I add a little flour to my pan and start making a little bit of roux for my Stilton black garlic Alfredo sauce. I'm going to take that roux, I'm going to mix it together with my black garlic, and I'm going to keep it white, and as you can see, my black garlic is breaking up. After that, I add a little heavy cream. Now I want to make sure that my sauce thickens up, and when my sauce is thick but not too thick, I start adding some Parmesan cheese and a little bit of Stilton blue cheese to finish my Alfredo sauce. Looks pretty delicious, but I'm not done yet. Now I'm going to lower my heat, and I'm going to whisk my sauce together and make sure that the blue cheese and the Parmesan cheese all melts into my sauce. While my sauce is sitting there simmering, I'm going to make sure it's done and make sure it gets what it needs, and I'm going to try to hit it with a little bit of salt to make sure I'm seasoning it well. But my sauce looks a little thick, so I'm going to add a little touch more of heavy cream just to thin it out a little bit and to make sure that it's nice and thin and consistent. My sauce is ready, now it's time to drop in the pasta. This will take about 2 minutes to cook, and I'm going to finish cooking it in the sauce. My noodles are cooked, and now I'm going to finish them in the sauce so the sauce can dress my noodles and we can have a great cohesive dish. It's starting to look really, really delicious, and now I'm just going to stir it around a little bit. It's going to be awesome. To finish this Stilton Alfredo, I have to add one last ingredient that defines it. A pinch of nutmeg is what separates a cheese sauce from an Alfredo sauce. That looks absolutely delicious.
Pasta's ready to go. Let's get this plated up. Let's get it garnished, and let's taste it.
I get my pasta into a nice white bowl, and to garnish it, I decided to add a few parsley sprigs to give it some color. Bon appetit. It looks good.
All right, guys. Let's taste our pasta. Scratch-made pasta, Stilton blue cheese, and black garlic Alfredo. Let's try it out. Taste the black garlic. I can taste the Stilton and the Parmesan cheese. This is beautiful, beautiful. And I'll have the recipe for you guys on my Google site for Watch Me Cook. This is gorgeous. I'm gonna take another bite. That's good stuff.
What can you say to those two dishes but wow? And with two ingredients like this, blue cheese and black garlic, what can you say? They're both really great dishes. They look great. They smelled fantastic. And you know what? You can make these at home. I'm going to have the recipes available on my brand new website that you guys can log on to. The link to the website is down in the description. Go ahead and check it out. Plus my daily vlogs and all the episodes of Watch Me Cook are available on my new Watch Me Cook Google site. And you know what's great? You know what's also awesome and important? You are. You are amazing. You are special and you are important in this world. I want you to know that from me. Yes, you. Your life is a wonderful thing. And there are going to be people in this world who are going to tell you you can't do something. You can't be unique. You can't be special. You know what you tell them? You look them in the face and say, watch me. When they look you in the face and say, you can't do this, you say, watch me. You can't do something amazing. You'll never have a great career. You'll never be famous. Look them in the face and say, watch me. Watch me grow, watch me excel, and watch me prove you wrong. I thank you guys for joining me today. And you know what? Get out of here. Go be awesome. And thank you for sharing my time with these wonderful, funky ingredients. It smells so good. We'll see you next time. Go be awesome. Get out of here.